Hey judges, it's Shania. Welcome to The Rundown, where I rank the top 5 most polarizing political topics shaping the conversation each week. And judges, can you believe we are on episode 5? So we are tracking what political moments owned the tracking week, from March 22nd through March 28th. Okay, if you are new here, quick beat on how this works. I track the biggest political moments across the media landscape, then rank the top 5 based on impact, reaction, and the amount of noise they are generating. But before I get started on this political ranking, please hit that subscribe button and come sit at the judges' table. Now, this tracking week was crazy. I'm starting to think in a Delulu way that everyone knows about my rankings because people were doing their biggest one trying to hold the media space. I mean, you had Jay-Z of all people linking his rollout to the political arena, to Trump wanting his signature on the printed money. So yeah, it has been a week, and now we are here to see who owned it more because we only have 5 spots, judges. So let's begin. Okay, coming in at number 5 and making his debut on The Rundown is Drewski. This one took social media by storm because it came out of nowhere. So most people know of him, but in case you don't, let me run a quick wiki moment to bring you up to speed. Okay, Drewski is a comedian, and he is one that goes to the line and crosses it. Like some of his most recent viral skits includes the redneck NASCAR guy and the black megachurch pastors, very much an anybody can get it type of person. So fast forward to current day, he created his latest skit, and it was titled How Conservative Women in America Act. And this skit seemingly used Erica Kirk as his muse, and that is what had people talking. Now, we all know Erica Kirk is the widower of Charlie Kirk, who was a right-wing activist and media personality. And early in September of last year, a sniper took his life at one of his outdoor events that his organization was hosting. After this tragic event is when most of us came to know Erica Kirk, and well, her demeanor is talked about a lot. So when I look at Drewski's skit, they remind me of someone that follows a person around with a mirror and shows you how others see you. Basically, I'm saying he can't create anything unless he has the material to do so. And people are debating this more so from a morality aspect, but it's not a straight line down the middle as you might think. Because I'm seeing people from both sides defending him, and also people from both sides chastising him too. So yeah, all of this is why Drewski lands at number 5 on this episode of The Rundown. Now on to number 4, FBI Director Kash Patel. Now, Kash Patel is another newcomer to The Rundown. And although his story broke later in the week, the implications of what could unfold from this entire thing is why he is number 4 in this episode. So the question is, what is the situation? And well, it's already shaping up to be a mess, because it appears that Kash Patel, the FBI director, personal email was hacked, which the Iranians are the ones that has taken credit for the hacking. And this has been verified, as it was reported that his resume was one of the things leaked to show proof of the hacking. So the hope is that Kash Patel wasn't using his personal email in a professional capacity, because that's what everyone has to be cautious about. And the thought is not far-reaching, given that Patel has made several missteps since he has taken over as FBI director, like him using government resources to court his girlfriend. Or those times that the FBI reported they had a person in custody for several high-profile cases, only for it to turn out that they had the wrong person. So yeah, for this one, judges, we are on a wait-and-see status. I mean, just the thought that the Iranians, who we are actively in a conflict with, took responsibility for this. The conversations should be centered around who might be next, as much as what information they possibly could have their hands on from Patel's personal email. So I'll keep watching how the pieces move on the board with this one, judges. Now we move on to number 3. Now number 3 is no stranger to The Rundown, as it has bounced around the chart for the last 3 weeks. And on last week, the news surrounding the issue took it all the way to the top. However, this week, the competition was thick, so it falls to number 3, and that is the SAVE Act. So this SAVE Act thing has taken on legs I don't think either side was truly prepared for. And if you want to dive a little deeper in the original bill that passed the House, please check out my latest holding court video. It's a little over 5 minutes, but it gives you all the details you need to stay informed and up to speed on the bill. So why is it on the ranking this week? It's because the pushback took a turn like I warned it would on last week. Because it looks like the narrative from the left is shifting again. That now it might be them moving more towards the idea that the concept of the Save America Act is not the issue. It's more so it's about the structure of the bill, so they are shifting to a mechanical narrative. And if I'm being honest, once you admit there is nothing wrong with voter ID, at that point, you are backed into a corner and will eventually agree. Another thing this week with the SAVE Act was Trump linking the act somehow to DHS funding, suggesting that voter ID is a part of Homeland Security. And that play was foolish, given that the goalpost was about TSA funding. And moving that goalpost to include the SAVE Act, yeah, no one should be okay with that. And yeah, I definitely think this is one bill we all have to track until it either dies or get promoted as a law. Which brings me to number 2, the US-Iran conflict. Now, judges, unfortunately, this conflict is still ongoing. And it is being reported that Trump is growing bored of the entire thing, even though he is the one that decided to initiate this situation. So this is a genie out the bottle type of thing. Even if one person wished this comes to an end, this conflict is now bigger than Trump. So it continues, with reports of more injuries, like what took place in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, now what I just said is a breaking news thing, but it's already been reported that 12 American soldiers were injured in a drone attack. See, that's the part the media and others are missing. That even if no additional boots are moved to the region, we are a global force that have people stationed around the world, so people are already in the area. So this situation demands leadership because people's lives are at stake. Not going to close this one out before I mention the gift that Trump was teasing that he said was in the form of oil and gas, which he later announced at his Fit for Television cabinet meeting that it was 10 oilers that were allowed safe passage through the Straits of Hormuz. With that, it seems that the Straits of Hormuz is still closed with exceptions. But all of this back and forth is why the US-Iran war is still on the board. And judges, we have reached the top spot. So the question is, which person or thing do you think takes the crown for Season 1, Episode 5? Now, if you put the thumbnail in your memory bank, you know there is only one left, and that is DHS funding. Okay, let's start with the fact that TSA workers haven't received a full paycheck in over a month. And this debate has seen an unprecedented level of scope creep that has many people across the country believing that we, the people, are being governed by incompetence. And this week, many were hopeful when it was announced that the Senate had come to an agreement related to funding TSA. And that agreement went back to the House and was immediately met with disapproval from the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Because according to him, that proposal had somewhat of sneaking language in there related to opening the border, and that was a no-go. Then we learned that Trump was signing some form of an EO and unilaterally instructing DHS, who officially has a new director, by the way, and the Office of Management and Budget, so OMB, to fund TSA, which I think is basically rerouting monies from one bucket to another one type of thing. And the thing is, those workers don't care how this gets done. They just want to be paid for their work. So let's hope this works out, but more importantly, the leaders get together and stop using TSA as some political pawn. And there you have it, judges, the top 5. So now it's your turn. Do you agree with my top 5, or did something else catch your eye? And before I go, please continue to pray for our military, their families, and all the veterans around the world that have served in our armed services. And remember, facts over noise, always and forever. I'll see you next week for another episode of The Rundown. And that's a wrap. Bye-bye.